My name's Aloice Ojuka. Currently, I'm the coach, SHOFCO Taekwondo coach. I also work with the IT department. Now, the coaching part, this is just down out of passion, yeah? Yeah, it's something that I started back in school, and I saw an opportunity to be able to help the young generation, especially on the sporting aspect. As you know that Taekwondo is not only a self-defense kind of a martial art, but it is a sport as well, which of course, as you can see, we had an Olympian, which does not come from our team, but through this sport, you find that we can be able to transform lives. So yes. That has been my major passion in terms of Taekwondo, and people tend to maybe misunderstand martial arts. But one clarity that I want to make is that Taekwondo is more than just a martial art, because there are a lot of things that are entailed in it. Yeah. You try to mentor young people, you instill discipline in them to ensure that they are molded in a certain way, because in the entire aspect of Taekwondo, discipline is paramount for you to be able to succeed in the three aspects of Taekwondo.
Nice. So today you have joined us with your trainee, who is called Terry. So maybe tell us the experience, how the experience has been so far with you as a trainee of Taekwondo.
Taekwondo is a game that helps me as a girl, first of all. First, it's a game of sports that can make me busy. Next, since I'm a girl, it can help me in self-defense, because I'm in a slum area. Third, because I like traveling, now it helps me know some places.
Some places?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so incredible. So when did you join Taekwondo, Adari?
I joined Taekwondo when I was a grade 4 girl.
Grade 4?
Yes.
So let's say almost that's one year so far.
Yes.
Because right now you are in grade 5.
Yes.
What can you say about your coach, Aloice?
Oh, I thank so much my coach, because he has helped me. He has taught me discipline, because Taekwondo is a game of discipline.
Wow.
Yeah, and it has helped me know some things, and even when I have problems, he as a coach, he has helped me and overcome those challenges that I'm facing.
Wow. So, Prof, let me just come back to you again. Yeah. You said you do Taekwondo out of passion, but IT is your profession. I believe not only Taekwondo and also IT. You have a lot of stuff that you're doing. Yeah. So how do you juggle all this? How do you balance all this?
Back then, most of people, never realized the value of this particular sport. My parents were not for it, but as I continue doing the sport, there was a time that we were supposed to go and do a demonstration at Brookhouse International School. So my dad was really mad about it, because the perception was there that Taekwondo or karate or any other martial art only belongs to those people who don't have vision, or magas in the society or something like that. Little did he know that one day this thing is gonna transform my life and the lives of people within the community. In the last 6 years since we started this particular club, we've produced national champions within the slum setup. In the senior category, we have like 6 players coming from SHOFCO, that is the senior category. Okay. And 2019, we produced 2 senior men category that went for all African Games. We also had a championship, which of course was financed by the government. And we were also proud to have 2 of our athletes going there in Egypt for about a month. As we speak right now, we have 6 players who are in the national team. And the government has also extended a hand whereby they've established what we call the National Talent Academy. At the National Talent Academy, they have shortlisted some of our players to go and be part and parcel of that particular talent development. So as you can see, we have really made a great progress. This is not something that is not given. It's not given on a silver platter, but you work very hard. You inspire the players to ensure that they reach that particular elite level for them to be able to be selected to the national team, because we across the country we have about 131 clubs that are registered with the federation, So when you get an opportunity of having six players or even one player or three players, it means that there's a lot of work that is taking place underneath. It's all about time management. You need to know where to be at the right time at the right place, because when the IT part of it requires you to be at work, then you have to respond to that. You have to know what are the timings. Then you are able to program yourself. You program yourself to also accommodate other things that you're doing.
You're a coach, and this is something that you've been doing for a very long time, right? Yeah. But now, if you see the system, the Kenyan system, right, in terms of sport, people are really complaining that we are not being the government doesn't give enough to the sport.
So what I will say about Taekwondo, because that's the sport that I know, it's a very expensive sport. Starting from the training equipments, we have you must have what you call the mats. We also have the kicking pads, the punching bag. We have gi, like the one that I'm putting on. So they are very expensive. Like for the Daidu, the one like I'm wearing, this is 7,500. 7,500. Yeah, so you can imagine a kid from the ghetto cannot be able to maybe afford that. Yeah. So it's a very expensive affair. For you to be able to develop people, you need finances. And so far, back to that question that you've just asked, what I can say is that the government is not doing enough. I feel that they are not pumping in enough money for us to say that we are really feeling it on the ground. So far, the only thing that they have done is establishment of the talent center, the one that I was talking about. But in terms of support and equipment, it is zero. It is out of our own pocket, or you try to maneuver ways on how you can be able to, do it. At least you do something before the government comes into place. If the government can actually extend their hand in terms of provision of these particular resources, at least providing 2 or 3 items out of the proposal that we made for them, then we're gonna create jobs in this particular entity. We can see other developed countries such as Europe and Asian tigers. They have really invested in the sport, and in fact, even the athletes, to some extent, they are given some kind of subsidy. The government really needs to step up, because we as citizens, we pay tax for that. It is our right to be supported in whatever thing that we want to do to improve the lives of citizens. So we really need the support, and we feel that the government has not done enough. Yes.
Of course, you guys, I know you have achieved maybe a couple of goals. If you can share with us maybe some of the achievements that SHOFCO Mathare Taekwondo has achieved so far in that line.
SHOFCO Taekwondo is not an old entity as compared to other clubs. It's not a very well established club in terms of resources and everything, and in terms of the duration that we've covered. So you find that in the short span that we've been there, especially the junior category, I can confidently say that we rank ourselves number 1. This is based on the different open championship that we've attended with the team. We have not failed to scoop number 1. Now for the senior team, it's a bit challenging, because you see this is also a slum setup, and you find that you train people when it reaches a point whereby now you're supposed to have that a compact team. Some of them drops out due to maybe issues related with poverty or something like that. But we are not complaining. You find that even at the senior team, we are also ranked the top 5 best teams across the country. So it's quite an achievement. It takes a lot of hard work at the background for you to be able to achieve that. One thing that I believe as a person is that when you are born in ghetto, raised in ghetto, learn in ghetto, and probably start working when you're in ghetto, you don't get a very wide exposure in terms of how you approach life. But when these young kids like Terry here, they travel to different parts of the country, see how people live, or even go to neighboring countries, it brings that exposure back home. And the way you as a person, or that particular young man, when he comes back here, his perception and view of things are going to be different, and that is also a plus. Okay, what I can say is that I want to encourage parents and guardians to further encourage their kids to join Taekwondo, because we have what we call the tenets of Taekwondo, which of course discipline we have mentioned, integrity, self motivation, and the rest. So if you look at all these, you find that Taekwondo is not only a sport, but is a way of life that try to mold people in the right way so that they can be responsible citizens. In its totality, we also teach life skills. We don't only teach them how to punch and kick, we also teach them life skills, how they're supposed to live within the community, because living in the slums is very challenging, and this is where the talent is. So I would really want to extend my hand to them so that they can be able to support this particular sport, and to any other willing organization, they can also chip in and support other clubs as well, so that we can be able to meet the vision, because one of our vision is to ensure that we eradicate poverty. But you cannot eradicate poverty if you're not liberated in terms of your thinking, if you're not confident, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have all what it takes to be able to remove yourself from poverty.
Maybe tell us your social media handles, that is Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Maybe if you are on TikTok, then it's good.
Yes, TikTok at Aloice Ojuka.
Oh, you're on TikTok?
Yes. Twitter, same at Aloice Ojuka. Then on Facebook, WA Jobs.
WA Jobs.
Yes. So yeah, you can follow me on that.
Thank you so much, Prof. For coming on the show. It has been really a great conversation. Have been your host, of course, Walter Peter, Mr. W. You know what I'm saying? So guys, thank you so much for watching the show. Really appreciate it. Until next time. Bye.